Today, folks, we gotta talk about the heart-wrenching earnings that just aren't doing what I want. The markets are being tech biased here because, oh my god, we gotta talk about BABA, Amazon, Google, all of these bloody tech earnings that just came out and the stocks did nothing. I was like setting myself up for a trade and I'm like, if something happens to BABA when it reports in the morning, that only means the same thing will happen to Amazon because that's when they reported was at close, and it never went that way, guys. So I got a big trade for those of you that aren't aware on Alibaba. I own like over 60 shares, 10,000 of that position's line of credit. We're going to look at that today, discuss the position, but kicking it off, guys, BABA is currently trading down 3.85% today, which made no sense to me at all because if we actually go into the earnings and everything I'm showing you is straight from their websites, guys, no bullshit, straight facts here. Looking at their revenue in US dollars for the 3-month end is 33 billion US dollars, up 37%. 37% revenue growth. This is insane. And the stock went down. So, I mean, you can't always get what you want, guys. And clearly this was what we would call a build up into earnings, where the stock basically gained as much momentum as it could, and it just couldn't sustain into earnings. So, it's so frustrating, guys. And a lot of people are freaking out because there's like a new issuance and people think they're like diluting shares or something, but that's not what they're doing here, guys. They're doing the largest bond deal pretty much ever done at $5 billion. The Chinese e-commerce giant will issue debt to boost working capital and repay its offshore debt, according to the filing on Tuesday. Some of the sale will comprise of sustainability bonds, the company's first ever, with proceeds earmarked for eligible projects like responding to the CV virus and investing in renewable energy, according to the filing. So this is like the company just doing what the company does and not diluting shareholders or anything like that. They're just raising capital at probably a relatively low interest rate at which they're going to invest it and pay down their debt. So just taking a look at the debted position, the one that I am swing trading here, guys, that I got to figure out what to do with, considering the debt is so cheap at 4.9%. I haven't paid one interest payment. The interest payment is coming up in a week here though, and it'll likely be that I have to pay maybe $100 back. It's not going to be that big of a deal for what I'm servicing here, but I'm currently up, 10%, and I really didn't want to sell this until I was setting up like at least 20%. I still think the run is well capable, so I'm kind of just like, what do I do here, guys? Do I keep the risk on the table? I want to know what you think in the comment section below here, folks. So moving into the next earnings, Amazon, same BS, guys. So my master trade plan was basically if BABA like popped on earnings was to sell it, take the profit, and then buy into Amazon because you knew Amazon that night would have just exploded. But clearly not what happened. They both followed suit in the same earnings capabilities. Total net sales, 386 billion for the 12-month, and they capped like a 40% growth rate. Like just dumb, guys, compared to 2019 when they did only 280 billion. Like these stupid numbers, guys, just stupid numbers. The big news obviously with Amazon was the fact that Jeff Bezos is stepping down after 27 years, guys. I mean, the Terminator, the Bezonator, I don't know what else we could call him here, guys, but it's probably well overdue. I mean, he's put his time in, and it's going to be something like the Microsoft, the legacy, like Bill Gates was the last time something like this impactful for a CEO stepping down from such an inspirational story. You got to remember here that like Jeff Bezos is one of the people responsible for like next day delivery. Do you remember when it used to take a month, 3 weeks to a month on average to get something in the mail? And now it's like unbelievable how fast Amazon's made everything, guys. But putting all of this insanity aside, it really breaks my heart. If you are a net buyer of the market, I'm telling you right now, go buy some of these companies, guys, because like it's crazy to me that companies like even Tesla's not growing at this rate, yet the stock is able to go up hundreds of percent. And these companies are actually trading within reason for the growth rate that they currently are experiencing, especially when we're talking about companies like Facebook, guys. Like the forward PE on this is 19 right now after the earnings that it just posted. It is trading cheaper than Pepsi, and it's right around J&J's forward PE. Like I can't get over that it's in the teens again here, guys. So Facebook, put it on your buy list if you don't own it. If you want it, I'm almost debating on buying more. Apple, crazy to me, year to date, flat. Like I didn't get that either. The earnings crushed it. Microsoft is one of the ones that is keeping up here, guys. I mean, it's currently up 10% on the year, which isn't bad. And then the only thing that posted earnings that actually could be comparable was Google. And I just like take a look at after hours for Google, guys. It is trading up like 6% already based on earnings that aren't anywhere in difference to the ones we just looked at. Taking a look at the fiscal year end, they did 182 billion against 2019 when they did 161 billion. So I mean, Amazon posted better revenue growth than that. But nonetheless, guys, like, this is just a crazy awesome earnings like highlight overview. I just wanted to post this stuff, guys, because like, man, this Alibaba thing is just so frustrating to me because I feel like I could hold it forever. I plan on holding a decent chunk for my Asian exposure for the relative long term next to my like mega cap growth stocks with like my Apple, Microsoft, those positions, Facebook, obviously. They're like my big five, I'm calling them. So I got my Facebook, my Apple, my Microsoft, my BABA, and I do want to add Amazon here. It's just getting a little bit complicated because I went and YOLO'd some money today, guys. I'll be doing a full stock review tomorrow on 2 companies, one of which is going to be a sponsor, but a really good sponsor at that. And then in the evening, I will be posting something related to the space sector where I kind of I went down this rabbit hole last night. I sucked myself into a decision where I think I can 5x some money here, guys. So crazy stuff. But if you have interest, you want to talk to me directly when I'm doing my trades as I do them so you guys can kind of keep up and learn with our community, you can just head on over to the Passive Income Educator. Yeah, there's fees associated with that, but you can talk to us. And I mean, we talk with hundreds of investors that even have up to 7 figures in the market, guys, that you get access to learn from. Like, it's incredible stuff. But in light of all of it, stay cool, stay awesome, and I'll catch you tomorrow.